Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Anisong Talk. It's been a while. The last time we saw each other was last December. While we were recapping the end of year songs. So in today's episode, I'm we're gonna be talking about the winter 2021 season. I think it was a pretty good season, and so today I'm joined by Zeroblade, who's new to the podcast. Zeroblade, can you introduce yourself?
Uh, Hi guys, I'm Zeroblade from Philippines, not Singapore. um, yeah, I'm happy to have been invited here. I think this is actually my first time being on a podcast, so I'm
Oh,
glad to
damn!
be here.
Well,
Yeah.
We took your podcast V card. Hell yeah!
Oh man,
All right.
I hope my heart's ready for this.
Kokoro Junbi.
And as usual, we're joined by Kay, who needs no more introduction.
Indeed.
Um, so before we begin, I just want to talk briefly about have you, have you guys watched anything new recently? Like any? I mean, I say watch. I know we're all stuck in at home because none of us can go to Japan. So
Specifically Japan, right? Not
yes,
like any other place.
yeah, exactly. Specifically Japan. So has anybody been able to go to? I mean, has anybody been able to watch any any new live recently? Kay, have you watched anything recently?
Mm, if we're talking about online streaming live,
Yeah, of course.
the last thing I watched was the My one.
Oh, really?
Which is when
How was that?
that was really good. She sang a bunch of songs and covers from Garupan,
Okay.
which was a really nice
Mm.
treat for fans. And it was just basically the same as you kind of expect, just a bunch of songs she really enjoys singing. And it's just a
Okay,
good time just watching her sing.
that's pretty cool. Did she sing our new songs also?
She did not.
Oh, so it was only like a cover style vibe?
No, she sang a bunch of her other songs. I think it's kind of her older songs. I think is kind of where she was kind of get at, and she covered a bunch of Garopan songs that wasn't somewhere her. It was like by the opening and the ending and stuff like that.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Do you watch anything else besides that? I think there was what's her name? With Arena. How was that? I think
Oh
you watched
yeah,
that, right?
Shama.
Oh
Shama,
yeah,
yeah.
they always come alive. Yeah, we watched that recently with JT and a couple others. That was really good. It was
The
actually her first live ever.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah,
Wait, she had
a
she
lot
had
of
never done a live performance
Yeah,
before?
it's her first solo live.
yep.
Oh,
So a lot of us are really sad that we were unable to actually be in
yeah.
Japan to
Be
see
in Japan to
some
see
of her
it.
first show.
Yeah,
Okay.
sad.
The how what did she? Because I'm not really familiar with her discography. I think she doesn't have that many songs released. So what exactly did she perform?
She actually has no. She has a pretty decent
Oh yeah.
albums.
Oh,
Just a lot
really?
of them are non-anime tie-ups. So she sang mostly those. But like every once in a while, she'll sing her anime-related songs.
I only know
And
her Elena song. So
yeah, she sang those.
okay.
Yeah.
I think.
She had like two singles plus a mini album plus a full album,
Oh,
which is
really?
yeah, it's more
Yeah,
than enough for a
Oh,
full
yeah,
wow.
live.
Wait, when
Yeah.
did she start? I think she only started like 2 years ago, right?
probably something around there.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's way more than I would have expected. Okay, that's cool. Um, as far as I'm concerned, the only thing I've really watched was the last one I watched was Shimokawa Mikuni. It was her birthday live. She didn't really do a lot of anime tie-ups, but she did like the usuals, a few FMP songs, Sayuki and I
Oh man,
yeah
what a throwback!
yeah.
What a throwback!
And I mean, I usually love going to Japan and seeing her perform live. It's always like a very pleasant experience. She's extremely fun. She always like plays around with the audience, so it's really like heartbreaking to watch that from home, and
Like
and
not
not.
in person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, there's like
Yeah.
no interaction, nothing. It's like, yeah, oh well.
But
Like,
even if
did
we
they have
were there, I
comments?
wonder how the interaction is like because you know of all the restrictions they have now.
Which brings me
Mm.
to my other point. The other one I've watched recently was the Valkyrie
Oh yeah,
live,
yeah.
the Tokyo stop,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and it was absolutely heartbreaking to watch the audience not being able to react. Like, I was watching that and I was wondering, if I were in that situation, would I be able to restrain myself and not do any calls? Like, like, would you be able to restrain yourself that way?
I
It would
mean, if you
definitely be
don't,
a
you
test of
kind of get
will.
kicked out. So
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's like, how do I say this? It's like,
If you say it quietly enough, maybe no one will hear you and report you.
yeah. I mean, it's really this. I mean, for me, it's kind of like distracting because it's like, when you back in the days when I would like sing some Idol Master songs at karaoke, but it's the songs that you know the calls for, and it's like, oh, how do I sing the song and then not do the calls at the same time? And
like sometimes if
it's
you want to do it, right?
extremely distracting. Yeah,
You want to sing it and you have to do the calls.
yeah. Did you guys watch the Valkyrie at all?
I I watched a bit of it, then I had to do something, so I had to step out. But
Oh, shame.
um, yeah, um, I generally like nowadays. I don't feel I don't have as much energy, so I don't really like. I kind of just watch, and especially if you're at home.
Mm,
It like if you're not in the venue, then you don't get that sort of aura, like the energy, right?
yeah, yeah.
So it's not as
It's not
yeah, it's
the
just
feeling
not
is
the
definitely
same.
different.
Yeah,
Something.
and I guess you won't be as feel as motivated to do the calls because you're at home, and also if you're alone then it's fine, but like since I'm with family then I would look really weird.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Let's move on to actual. Okay, so as usual, we talk about the anime openings and endings. Again, there were a lot. For me, it was really hard to pick up like my three favorites, either opening and endings. I don't know about you guys. I know you guys. I know you guys have not really like watched a lot or like heard a lot, but was it easy for you guys to select what what you would consider like your favorite of the season?
So for me, it was not really easy, but perhaps for different reasons.
Oh,
But the one
interesting.
thing I really noticed was there was a lot of anime.
Yeah,
And
really.
Yeah,
usually my
what a
criteria
shock.
for looking through songs is kind of picking up the ones that I watched, and usually, I watch a lot each season, but it's definitely been, I say the last season or two has been a little bit harder to kind of keep up with everything. So trying to go when I was going back to looking through, what I've actually followed or tried to follow this season, and checking out the songs, I was like, there's actually a lot of stuff that I actually didn't try out
Mm.
compared to what I did. Even though there's a lot of songs that I listened to of the things that I did, there's also a whole bunch of other songs that I've missed out that I have no idea about, and that kind of surprised me because I usually don't feel that kind of ratio
Oh, really?
from anime seasons. Yeah,
Okay.
I usually feel I have a huge, at least a good chunk of a feel of what's going on each season. But this season, I feel like I was a little bit on the smaller side.
Hmm. All right. What about you, Ziggy?
Yeah, so if it hasn't been obvious, I've been like I've fallen really hard into VTubers, so I
What?
basically have no time to watch anime.
Don't say.
I, yeah, I can't even. unbelievable, right? Like I can't remember last season, but this season I've only watched 2 shows. Um, like I have about, I don't know, a dozen other shows in the backlog, but yeah, right now I've only really kept up with 2. But I do plan on going through the backlogs eventually, at least.
Yeah, that's
But yeah,
kind of
there's like Kay said, there's just so much stuff that you know you don't realize you've missed until you actually check it out.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm watching that many anime this season, but I'm gonna go and guess I'm definitely watching more than the two of you are.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I guess that's the advantage of not being into VTubers. Well, although I do wonder what your excuse is, Kay, because you're not supposed to be into VTubers anymore.
I'm not. You know, I have fallen into the mobile gay pit.
Oh,
Yeah, that's where all my time goes
horses or
nowadays. Horses, everything else. The list of mobile gay I play daily disturbs even me nowadays.
Wait, you know,
Kinda.
speaking of MOBA gay, real quick, do you think that Honkai would count as an anime?
What does that mean?
like Honkai Impact.
Yeah, Honkai Impact. So you know, like they have anime cutscenes in Honkai Impact.
Yeah,
Like, could you consider that as part of like the anime season?
Mm,
Hmm?
I would probably err side of no, because to me
Yeah.
those are more like music videos. So like sometimes people release
Ah.
like animated music videos.
Okay. Oh, so like when people used to add music videos in the My Anime List database.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's start with openings, and I'm gonna go with ZB. ZB, give me your top 3 openings of the season.
Wait. Oh wait, shit! Like it
Are we
was you
all
had
at
to
once? Are we
separate
rotating,
openings
or
and
how does it work
endings.
this time?
Yes. Oh. Okay. What do you
I
have
just made
for?
like a top. I just made like a top 10-ish list of like openings and endings in general.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you. Would you be able to separate them?
Give me a few minutes.
Okay. So we'll start with K then.
Oh boy. All right.
Good
So
luck.
are we all 3 at once, or are we
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
one at
yeah,
a time?
yeah. All three of us.
Okay. So openings are a little bit harder for me than the endings when we get to them. I had a lot of runner-ups, and even right now, I don't even know what I would pick for those. But I guess starting from 3, the ones that kind of start edging out, number 3 would first be the Log Horizon opening.
Really,
Different.
really.
Yeah.
Okay.
The main reason is because it's bandmade, and I actually like them.
Hmm.
They're one of the few Japanese groups, rock band groups, that I follow, not because of the anime side, but actually follow it
Like
on
as
the
an artist.
artist side.
Okay.
And I got introduced to them by people who follow Japanese rock artists, like people who don't really follow anime things.
Okay.
And hearing them to have a like anime opening for the first time was a really nice change, and I think they nailed it pretty well.
The
Uh,
would you say that the song they made for Log Horizon sounds more like there's regular stuff, or is it more anime-ish than
I think
usual?
it's more anime-ish,
Okay.
and that's fine because they kind of dip a little bit in anime sometimes because they do like covers and stuff like that. But it still definitely captures their essence, I guess I should say. So it's a song that I am enjoying to listen to actually,
Hmm.
and it was an easy one to pick, at least for number 3.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
So
And
like,
then
is it better than database?
No, unfortunately, it's not. Database is much more catchier if you're trying to compare it like that. But I enjoy them for different reasons. Just database is just so iconic now. I feel that it's kind of hard to compare it to any other
Yeah.
openings that would come after it.
So, I mean, I'll just say that I guess I'm glad to hear that you like it because one of the worries I had, I mean, personally, I have not started Log Horizon Season 3 yet because I am slightly bitter that they're not using database anymore. I mean,
It's
I'll get
yeah.
around to it, so because I like Log Horizon.
Ask me about the ending.
Oh man, yeah. Like they changed that too.
They changed that too. They
They
changed
changed that
everything.
and it's not for the better.
Oh no, that's unfortunate. I mean, like, cause I did listen to the both songs, and
Yeah.
they're actually, well, okay. So the opening is definitely better than the ending, but
Yes. The
yeah,
problem with ending, it's definitely an ending song, but it's
yeah,
definitely a song that, hey, you made this song, we want to put it in an ending. And I'm sorry, but Log Horizon, sorry,
yeah.
Yunchi just
Yunchi.
has a style that fits,
Yeah.
and you think about that when you watch Log Horizon. So even if they didn't weren't going to use her, they should at least thought about something similar in style.
Yeah,
This
Mm.
total 180,
yeah,
and to me, it just doesn't feel the same.
that's unfortunate. Yeah. Okay, give me your second one.
All right, number 2 is the ReZero second op, Long Shot.
By Inorin,
And
right?
no, it's
Oh,
Mayashima Mayu. And
oh.
so the reason why this was interesting to me, because when I first heard it, I was like, oh, right, it's another Mythnoid opening. Because lately with this new season, they've been doing Konomin as the opening,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they switched with the second one with Mythnoid. That's what they
Yeah.
did the first season. And so listen, I was like, okay, good, it's another good Mythnoid song. And I was like, wait a minute, this actually isn't
That's
Mythnoid, it's
that's not
Mayashima
Mythnoid.
Mayu.
Yeah.
But that's technically Mythnoid because she was the former vocalist
Yeah.
until 2017.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
so I listened to it again, and I was like, yeah, this is definitely the style. She kept this, very similar style, for the opening, but it's her vocals, which is different. I was like, huh,
That's cool.
it
Who
is.
who well who composed the song? I guess is it
That's a very good question. I don't have the answer for that.
okay? Okay, we'll look that up later. Okay.
It's actually someone called Ron,
Oh,
Ron.
Ron. Okay, that's cool. That makes sense.
Hmm.
Okay.
But yeah, but definitely it's a very typical style that I expect from the ReZero opening. It has the undertone currents theme actually
Mm.
similar to Myth and Roy, so I think it's a very good, strong second opening.
Okay.
And as a fan of the series, I think it worked really well.
Nice.
I enjoyed it.
All right. And your number one.
And my number one is this one was very easy to decide. The Mushoku Tensei first opening.
What?
Habibito no Uta.
Okay, that's
Like
not what I was
what
expecting you
little
to
you
say.
actually hear of it in the show,
What was that to be? Sorry.
because like they cram so much into the show that usually they're gonna play the opening song while stuff is happening, like, so there's gonna be dialogue, and so there's very little opportunity to hear just the song.
Okay.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think in certain there's some episodes they're able to just let the song flow with but the background is like a story background. It's like really cool. They kind of let it progress. They don't have like a set back like opening animation.
Yeah, there's
But some
no
scenes after they kind
there's no
of it goes
opening
along with
scene.
the song with the story keeps on going. The song plays in the background. But
Yeah.
some of the episodes where the song actually can play, you can really enjoy it. And I just really enjoy the vocals. I really enjoy the composition, and it's not surprising because the person who wrote it was Manyo, which is like one of my favorite video game, shoujo game song composers. He composed a bajillion different games that everyone really knows, and I think they knocked it out of the park there. So
Okay. That's I'll be honest. I was, well, the reason I wasn't expecting that is because I thought you were gonna I thought you were gonna tell me that your number one was Kaifuku opening.
It was pretty good.
So yeah, I mean, I did like that. So when I said I had a lot of runner-ups, that's one of them. That one, the Geki Doll opening, the Eurocamp opening, the Stone Wars opening, Fuji Fabric, which I like a lot.
Okay.
All of those are like swimming around the outside. And I'm like, where do I put these? I enjoyed them all.
Okay. Yeah. Which one was the Gekido opening?
Um,
Oh,
the
I heard it. I know. I know which one.
also
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
teaser.
It's actually
And the
it's
second
called
one. So I
Gekido.
think this is the second opening, or so I haven't actually started really watching the series.
Yeah, that one
But
has a very idol anime vibe to it. Oh, the second one. Okay.
yeah, the second one. The first one was definitely this is a prototypical idol song. It's nice and bright. It sounds like Ready. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
The second one is more like it's in a minor key. It's more like more. I don't know how to describe it, but it's more melancholic, I guess. And that one appealed to me more.
Okay.
So I picked it up a lot.
All right. Okay. ZB, did you get a chance to
Oh yeah,
finish Sword?
I have segregated.
All right. All right.
Nice.
Let's hear it. Give me your top three.
So top three opening. First one is Wanna Fly, Ishida Yoko from World Witches.
Oh, right.
As for why, I mean, it has a really sort of energetic kick and bass line to it, and you have that sort of lively vocal energy from Ishida Yoko, plus sort of that nostalgic factor because when you hear it, even though you don't know it's from Strike Witches or like the Strike Witches series, it's like, oh, this is a Strike Witches opening. I don't know, something about it that the way it's composed and the way it sounds, it evokes that sort of feeling. And so, Strike Witches is something I've grown up with since I was like high school or something. So, yeah, it definitely had hit that sort of that nostalgia factor in me.
Yeah, it's something I didn't know before is that she did a lot of the Strike Witches opening.
I think she's done like everything basically.
Yeah.
Like every single Strike Witches opening is her.
It's her, yeah. Yeah, that's
It's sort of
that's
the
cool.
trademark. Yeah, it's sort of a thing with the series. All the openings are by her.
That's pretty cool.
Speaking of nostalgia, there's like 2 or 3 big nostalgia bombs this season, which I appreciate. We talked about Minami Kuribayashi, now
Yeah.
and then also Sakikabara Yui came back.
Oh, she did.
She did.
Yeah.
She did have a song this season. I forget for what exactly, but yeah. Azur Lane. That's right.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. I didn't watch that. I didn't look into that.
All right. What is your second one?
Okay, second is the Eurocamp season 2 opening, Seize the Day by Asaka. Because one, like, I have like Asaka bias. I do like her vocals. And apart from that, like personality and everything, I enjoy her like as a fan, I enjoy her as an artist. Apart from that, like the instrumentation of the song is like there's so much going on. You have like brass, strings, the percussion, guitar. No, it sounds, so much. It sounds like there's so much more thought put into the composition, and the sort of vibe is very different. I mean, structurally, it's still a J-pop song, but like the vibe it's so different from the typical sort of J-pop-ish sound, and it's so rare to hear that nowadays.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sounds really fresh, and part of it I think has a bit of it has a bit of Western sensibility to the song. And I don't know if Asaka herself had any say in that matter, but yeah, again, it just, even though structurally it's a J-pop song, like it doesn't sound so much like it, so it's refreshing to hear.
Okay, so it does it bring like the same Because I have to. I actually have not listened to that one. So, but
I like.
does it remind you of like the style of the first one?
Um, so I think the first one is it's a bit more catchy. You know, it's you hear it and it has a more established rhythm and bass line to it, so it's easier to groove along to. The Seize the Day has it sounds a bit more freeform in that there's no like the bass line isn't as prominent, and so it's not initially as catchy, but the more you listen to it, like you can pick out more details, and the more you listen to it, the more you can find things to enjoy in the song. That's
Okay,
what I think.
nice.
I completely agree with what ZB said, because initially it didn't really hit me much compared to the first opening Shiny
Yeah.
Days, but the more you listen to it, just like ZB says, the more you pick up things and the more you get into it.
Mm.
And
It so to quote JT, it grows on you like a
likely,
cancer.
yeah, yes.
That's good. Okay, and what's your number one?
Yes. So number one, I this came as a surprise even to me. The opening for "Tatoeba Last Dungeon Mae no Mura no Shounen ga Joban no Machi de Kurasu Yona Monogatari." It's a
Eh,
long ass name. I don't know what the short version of that is, but
Yeah, I just call it Last Dungeon.
yeah. 例えばそれは勇気の魔法 by Yamazaki Haruka Pion. Um, so I, I, I'm just reading my notes here. Basically, the song it's got Pion vocals, right? But I don't follow her solo career, so hearing this,
Yeah, me neither.
it's like such a huge step up from what I normally hear her like singing as Mirai.
Same.
Like there's still like if you listen to it, there's like a bit of you can still hear the auto tune in there. It's kind of it's kind of there, but it just it's another example of like one, she's really grown as an artist, and two, the sort of stuff that you can accomplish without like if you're not constrained to having to sing as a character, right? Like because she sings. I would say she sings the way she does as Mirai because she has to sing as Mirai, right? As opposed to just as an artist. Um, Second reason is the song was written by Kotoko and composed by uh, Kazuya Takase.
wow.
So
No, Shinji
as
Orito.
no, it's oh wait, was it? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
shit. I think it was arranged by
yeah,
Takase.
Takase. Yes.
I've song
So
combo.
yeah, I've like I've
Yeah, it's
um
basically an Ive song. Yeah.
like what Kay said. He likes the song because Manyo composed it. I like this song because this was basically an Ive song, and I really hope they do more because Pyeon is under NBC Universal, and I believe IVE is tied to them in some way, and that's why you see a lot of NBC Universal artists with like
There might be.
Orito Shinji and Takase composition arrangement. So just hearing it, it's like, oh man, nostalgia.
Yep.
But it's
Yep.
not super like you hear like the synths and the piano, and it's like this is 100% IVE, but the vocals are, they're Pyeon vocals, so it adds a little freshness to it.
Yep.
And just overall, like I've never seen the show, but I did look it up a bit, and essentially
You don't need to watch
I mean,
it.
it's probably just some silly slice of life comedy, overpowered thing, but like the song is kind of fresh and upbeat, so it ties into the atmosphere of like the anime. Like
Yeah.
you listen to it and it sets the mood very well for the show.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's a great choice.
It's a good song.
Give me a second. So, Just wanna see something. What was it? What was your number 2? You said
Number 2 was Seize the Day.
Seize the Day.
Your Camp.
Right.
Season 2.
You do camp.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, I feel like I need to rewatch the first season and watch it again.
Yeah.
Because I haven't watched first season since it aired all those years ago.
Okay. So for
Was
me,
it?
oh sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No,
Oh, okay.
I was talking to myself.
So for me, my number 3 is as former show I've never, I didn't even know it was airing. I didn't even hear. It's from Kimono Jihen, and it's a Daisuke Ono song.
Oh.
It's the reason why I like this song is, well, it has like some, it's really fun, energetic. It has like, somehow, despite being a winter song, winter season song, it has like very summer vibes to it. And I mean, and it's Ono D. So
Yeah.
so Ono D brings his like raw energy and passion to the song, and you just want to jump to it. It's very poppy, and it's fun, and that song was composed by Mo Mi Ken of Spire.
Oh, Spire.
Yeah, and it sounds absolutely nothing like what I expect a Spire song to sound like. So
They
it
put Ono D essence into it.
what was that?
So they put Ono D essence into it.
Yeah, exactly. They put the Onody essence into that, and it's absolutely, it's a delight to listen to, and check out the PV too. It's fun. It's great. But I have known nothing about Kimono Jihen, so as far as like the anime itself is concerned, I don't know how well it fits with it. But I'm gonna go and guess it does, because Kimono,
I mean,
I'm assuming it's probably like a very Genki type slice of life show. I assume. Watch me be wrong, and it's the dark, creamy ass stuff, and it has nothing to do with.
I mean, they both have the word kimono in it, so it has to be.
Yeah, it has to be, right?
Friends,
Yeah. My number 2 was apparently I'm completely wrong. Okay.
I kind of googled. I did Google image and like,
Oh. Oh. Oops.
really far from like a Genki slice of life.
Oh well.
Oh, you win some, you lose some.
Yep. My number 2 is the Tatoe Last Dungeon opening, and it's basically everything you mentioned so far. It's like, it's like when I listen to it, I think one of the things that struck, well, before even reading the credits, when I first heard it, I thought it was Kotoko singing. Well, not Kotoko singing, but I was like, hey, this is like a Kotoko song.
Yeah.
And then I saw that she wrote the lyrics for it, and I was like, wait, who's singing that? It's Yamazaki Haruka. That's, as mentioned, like, because I never listened to anything from her solo career, so all I know from her is Mirai from Live. And I was like, wait, that's so different. Yeah, and I like it. And I mean, yeah. So Shinji Orito, who composed like songs for Mami Kawada, and like the whole Ive and Kisan Liberals aspect to it made me absolutely love this song. And as you said, I hope they do more songs like that. Like they haven't done much else with her, as far as I think for her solo career. I briefly looked at it. I don't know who does her songs, but they don't all sound like that. Oh, apparently she has a mini album coming out soon. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be something to check out. And then my number one, and that one completely blindsided me, is the Vlad Love opening by Blood Dye, featuring Little of Kick the Can Crew. It's called Where You Are. And the reason it blindsided me is, well, first of all, I've never heard of Blood Dye before. This apparently they formed like in 2019. It's basically Takatsu King and
It's King, Karen, and then
Karen. There
like
we go, and then
I don't know the
dancers.
others.
Yeah, they're dancers. Oh, it's called.
Yeah.
It's pronounced bloody. Okay, wow,
Oh,
bloody.
okay. I thought it was Blood Eye or
Yeah, I thought it was bloody. Okay, pronounced apparently it's
Bloody.
bloody. Okay, that makes that's Sasuga. I mean the song is great. Like the rap by Little in the song is like it's fire. And I think we briefly talked about it the other day with Kay, but Kay, you said that reminded you of Move, and I thought about it more, and I think I realized that it actually reminds me of Ultima somehow.
Ultima.
Yeah, it reminds me of. I mean, it's not. It definitely does not sound like something composed by Sats, but
Mhm.
it has that. It has that vibe somehow, and it's a very like a very energetic song. Well, not too energetic, but like it's a bit somber, but it has a good vibe. I know nothing about Vlad Love,
Mhm.
besides that it's I think if I recall correctly, it was directed by a very famous. Oh, I think it's Mamoru Oshii. Mamoru Oshii
Yes.
anime. That's right.
Oh,
And it looks nothing like what I would expect from Mamoru Hoshi, so I don't exactly know what the heck is going on with the show, because it looks like some Aram stuff. So I don't super know what to expect from it. I think I'll definitely check it out because I really like the song.
Mhm.
Eh,
I'm definitely want to check them out more after you've shown that song because now I'm
yeah,
interested
right.
in
The
this
song
thing.
the song is good. Yeah. I'm so from what I understand is that they used to be well, so it was like the two vocalists plus dancers, and like four dancers left last year,
Mhm.
and the group reformed at the end of last year with new dancers. So I don't know where they'll go with that. I like the concept of having like vocalists and then dancers. So it could be, it has like a potential of being like something that's probably like great to watch live. So I'm gonna be
Uh-huh.
looking forward to that. Some very interesting tidbit about this song. Uh, uh, it, I look up the composer. I forget his name, but he has not done a lot of Anisong or Anisong related stuff. He did some Beat Mania, but
Oh.
what's very extremely interesting about him is that he produced an entire album by Boys to Men in which they sing cover songs from Japanese artists, of which are our Japanese artists like Exile,
Uh-huh.
Chemistry, and Nakashima Mika. And I was like, how did that happen? I really wanted to figure out how they managed to get Boys to Men to do that. I listened to the cover songs briefly, and I mean they're it's Boys to Men, right? So I was like that completely. I feel like I think like how do you go from like producing? How do you have it like on your resume? Oh, I produced an album for Boys to Men, and then oh now I'm doing Anisong. Like what? Yeah,
Quite the career change.
yeah.
So now this is my part where I get to be surprised because I was expecting you to say an opening that you did not.
Oh, which one?
The Tensura opening.
Oh.
Ah, so I really like the Tensura opening, but I think I like the season one opening by True too much, and this one didn't get the chance to grow on. So it's Storyteller, right?
Yes.
yeah, it didn't get a chance to grow on me as much as I would like, so I didn't mention it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I do have some runner-ups though.
Okay.
So, well, the Kaifuku opening, I've not watched Kaifuku at all, but it's a very good Kuribayashi song. You know, it's we talking about nostalgia earlier, and you know, there's a lot of that going on.
Yes, there
Yeah,
is.
it sounds very much like her, you know,
Yeah,
her older classic stuff.
yeah, and it's great because I missed that.
It's like her first anime theme in like many years, actually.
Uh,
And
as Kuribayashi Minami, yes,
Yeah.
but
yeah,
she did like she did a song for that Planet Whiff, but it was not as Kuribayashi Minami, and it was not. It did sound like Kuribayashi Minami, but it was just like, you know, it was like
yeah, and I think this is like her first one after changing her name back
changing
to
her name back to,
Kuribayashi.
yeah. The other song I liked was the Tomozaki Kun opening by Dialogue Plus.
Dialogue plus.
Yeah, which I mean, it's a nice song. It's very in line with what I expect from Dialogue Plus, and the PV is cute. You know, it has very like cute game elements to it. It's chill. Yeah. ZB, did you have any like runner-ups?
Yeah, so same actually, the Kaifuku opening. That was my first runner-up. Exactly the same reasons as you mentioned. My second runner-up was Link or Chain by Mizuki Nana for this, and
It's a
Love
very Nana song.
Yes.
it's a very Nana song.
It's the
and
Nana
actually,
of songs.
it would have been higher up, but I felt like, I mean, it's a Nana song, but it just didn't have as much, I don't know, punch.
Yeah,
as, like,
it doesn't really set itself apart from other Nana songs.
Yeah.
This is what I
it's
found.
yeah, it's great, but then like not to like it, not in a particularly bad way, but it sounded kind of bland.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean it's a very generic Nana song, which I'm also gonna go and guess, and that they probably didn't like do a lot of buzz about it, because it's a song that's attached to a Netflix anime, right?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
It was a Netflix anime about steampunk boxing, and it was like done in all 3D, which I mean, I'm not, I don't have anything against it, but I mean, I just didn't pop up on my radar.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about it.
No,
Like,
I've
I think
seen
that
no one
seems
talk
to be
about
like
it.
Netflix's MO is a lot of 3D generated anime.
Yeah.
And I think obviously it's probably some sort of Otonano Jijo, because if you're on Netflix, like none of the other usual communities can get in on it, type of a thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's a shame.
I guess since it's under Netflix, then I guess, you know, it won't get sort of as goryoshi.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
won't get
You know,
shoved down your throat as much, right? So I guess that might be why.
it's probably that type of things where, you know, I mean, it's Netflix, so you skip the opening anyway because you binge watch the thing, and Netflix auto skips the opening for you
Yeah, it,
anyway.
like, lets
So
you see
yeah, so there's so I'm assuming that's why they put that generic Nana song in there, and we're like, oh yeah, no, it's a good Nana song,
Yeah.
but you know,
it's a good song,
Yeah.
but yeah, it just like it didn't
Another
have
Nana
as
song
any
in the
impact
sea of
on me.
Nana songs.
yeah, exactly. That's
Like
it's
the bar
exactly.
has been set so high, like by her, that she has to outdo herself like this much, right? Just to
Yeah.
really stand out.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so I guess that's it for the openings. So now let's talk about the endings.
Okay.
And so since we started with K, let's start with you, ZB.
Okay, top 3.
Yes.
So yeah, this was, I didn't have notes on this one anymore, but the Beastars season 2 ending, Yasashi Suisei by Yoasobi.
Mm.
And
Is
why
it
did I
because you're
like
a
it?
VTuber fan?
Honestly, like I would not have taken a look at it if it was like not by Yoasobi.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a good song. It's
Yeah.
a really it's not as catchy as like Yorukake or some of their other stuff, but it has the same like quality of vocals. It's more of a slow paced song, so it's a nice sort of I wouldn't say it's a fresh take exactly, but it's a different sort of. You get the same vocals and great composition, but it's not a TikTok dance song.
Right.
But it was good. I was actually conflicted between that and the Beautiful Doll by Miyano Mamoru, also from
From that same
Levius.
show. Yeah.
Like, oh god damn, that was really good.
Yeah.
But I just didn't put it there because like it was not third for me just because like I had less of a connection to that than Yoasobi. Because like I know nothing about the anime and I have no intentions to know any more about the anime. Yeah. Second would be Realizer. I don't know how. It's probably French, but I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it.
What is it from?
From Idly Pride.
Idly Pride.
Oh, Idly
Yeah.
Pride.
Trinity Ale.
Okay.
You mean
So-
Trisale?
Literally, I picked this because like Trisale bias. I mean, anywhere you put them, like no matter what sort of composition you have them with, like Trisale has that, the harmony in the voices is just so good, and KZ composed the song.
Really?
Honestly, because KZ has basically like three flavors, which is like EDM banger, like emoy song, and then like somewhere in between. So this is somewhere in between where it's kind of emoy, but then you have like a nice 4 on the floor kick. Honestly, I would have gone with Ale to Ale, but that's an insert song. So it's like, okay, I'll just give it to this song instead. It's good, but I mean, it's not as catchy for me as Ale to Ale.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I don't think
Top
I've
one.
heard that song. I'll go check it out.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
It's like KZ. It's like the typical KZ catchy song, and then Trisale vocals. So
Nice.
you can't go wrong.
Yeah. Nice.
Top one is Komorebi no Eru from Uma Musume second season. It's by Tokai Teiyo and Mejiro McQueen. So that's Machiko and Onishi Saori. So, like, I mentioned this earlier, like before the stream, but like I binged on like all the Uma Musu songs, and it reminded me of like how good Onishi Saori's voice is. Like I can't describe it, but the timbre and pitch of her voice have this sort of richness to it. Like I don't know, I can't explain it, but it's so good. Like she only sings character songs. Like she doesn't have a solo career, but God, I wish she did because she's so good at singing. Like her voice is just so good.
Wait, so real quick, because I know you played the game too, right?
No, I don't.
You don't play the game?
You don't play?
I can only handle one mobage at a time.
Oh.
Because more than that, like I can't handle it financially.
Okay.
So I've been staying away from it.
Fair enough. That's very smart.
I wish I could do that.
I watch the VTubers play it, and then I
Okay.
watch like the people, recording the gameplay footage in like 4K for the music videos.
Music
That's about it.
videos. Okay. Oh, but well, I guess you can answer my question then. The music from the music from the anime in the game?
No, I think like the game has it's okay. So they have Umapyoi, they have
Right.
Make Debut.
Right.
They're like classic songs.
Yeah.
But apart from that, they don't have the solos, and then like the group songs are actually newly composed just for the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the character. Oh yeah, I see. The character songs are not in. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, they're not in the game. I mean, yeah, they're not in the game. The game is like all new songs except Make Debut and Umapyoy.
Okay.
So apart from Onishi Saori's vocals, I mean, Machiko's vocals are great too, but like my heart goes out to
Onishi
Saori.
Saori. Okay.
But apart from that, like the song itself is like super emoy. Like it's really emotional because the show is about like the rivalry between Tokai Teo and Mejiro McQueen. And so this song is actually like a duet of the two.
So
And
you were saying earlier they're like the two mains of season 2, right?
Yeah, they were pretty much the two mains. Like the story revolves around them for the most part. And the song, like the lyrics, reinforces like the relationship between Teo and McQueen. And I don't want to. I'll avoid talking about it because it's spoilers on the last, like on the most recent episode. But like, they changed something in the episode 12's ending.
Oh.
That's just like, oh fuck.
Oh.
Yeah, it hurt. It hit me hard.
Okay.
It hit me really hard.
Okay.
It was
That's,
really.
so you're again. I mentioned that like I think like Forte has been saying that he's been like trying. I think he's been like Goryoshi season 2 like a lot. But I'll say you're definitely making a better case of selling me season 2 than he is at the moment. So I'll probably check it. I'll check it out. Yeah.
Season 1 was just, it was sort of like this montage of characters, and you just sort of, it's like an introduction to everyone, like all the main names in the franchise. But season 2, like it's hyper focused on like the storytelling.
Oh wow. Okay.
And it's so good. Also, Silence Suzuka isn't, like, she's barely there, which is sad. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Kay, give me your top 3 endings.
Before that, I do have something for ZB. Oh. Did you get a chance to take a look at the Soko Musume Senki ending?
No, I have not.
Okay. It's a song called Compass Song, and it's by a VR singer called Kano. So I didn't know if that was up your alley or not.
Yeah, Kano. I'm actually gonna be she's actually gonna be in like this live that I'm watching later. But I think she's like an utaite or something, and then sort of transitioned into being a virtual artist. Yeah, I'll check it out. Compass Song.
Yeah, it just reminded me because every once in a while we see like these animes have insert these beat singers into them.
Lately they've been popping up more. A couple seasons ago, Uzaki had Uni right as the opening. That was good.
Okay. Anyway, so back to my 3. So number 3 for me is also from Idly Pride, but it's the ending song "Last Chance" by Lizor, which is a combo duo between Tomatoes and Ayahi.
Tomatoes in there? Oh, that's right. I remember now. Idly Pride is the thing with all the music rain. That's right. You're right.
And I tried listening to. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, is Idly Pride good or worth watching?
Anime.
I can only tell you because I've seen the first episode.
Okay.
But it wasn't bad.
Okay.
From there. If I ever get to the rest of it, I will let you know.
Okay, please do.
It's on my backlog as well. Hopefully it's, not a waste of time.
Oh,
Yeah.
I read almost saying it's not bad, but it's also not very outstanding. Okay, that's on par with what I expected, I guess.
But yeah, so I like their song more so than the other groups that are doing endings like Trisell, etc. Well, I guess I think the combination also it's like another minor key style melancholic type with some energy to it, and so it kind of suits I guess my taste more.
So it's only
And also
Tomato and Hayahi, and not
yeah,
okay.
Like Sphere
and
is in there, but the ending version is only the two of
The
them.
two of them. Okay.
mhm. And another thing is that the composer is I keep on forgetting how to pronounce their name, but Q Megahertz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Q
Oh.
Maker.
Mhm.
And so I first got interested in them when they did that song for Babylon, and they're typically not anime songwriters, but like they've been doing a couple things that have been popping up. I was like, whenever I look at a song and I try to look it back, and I was like, oh, they wrote it. So like
Mm.
this song, and then they also did the Kaifuku song. Um,
Really?
and so yeah, and so it kind of really surprised me, but definitely it's starting to become a thing where when I see that they compose something, it's something I am interested in checking out because it seems to check my boxes.
Okay. Wait. And what's the name of the song you said? It's Last Chance.
The Last Chance.
The Last Chance.
Last Chance by Liz Noir.
Mm-hmm. And
So from what I guess what I'm understanding is that as an anime uh, as an anime Idly Pride is not great, but the songs are bangers.
They are very,
it
very
might
good.
be, yeah.
You can just check their YouTube. They have a YouTube. They post like a ton of music videos
Yeah,
in
they
there.
actually post clips of their music videos, which is really nice.
Okay.
They have Kanda Sayaka is in there, so like big plus already.
Okay. It's good. I'll check it out. Okay, and your other one, your next one.
All right,
Okay.
my number 2 is the Orphan ending, the new Orphan anime series ending. It's Marionette Coup d'etat
I knew you were gonna say
by
that. By
Mai
my
Fuchigami.
yes.
And it ticks 2 boxes, right? I mean, it's my, which
My.
I am a
Yeah.
fan of, and 2, it hits the old school feels,
Mm-hmm.
which is perfect for this type of anime because the anime is definitely trying to harp on old school sensibilities, and it fits it. The only thing that bugs me is I don't know what is with Japanese and trying to randomly juxtaposition French words to try to make something that doesn't make sense.
Sounds cool, man. It sounds amazing.
But other than that, yeah. So but it's definitely a good song, and
I think I'll just say like the one thing that bugged me about this song is that it sounds less like less like an ending and more like an opening to me. I felt.
yeah, no, I agree. When I saw it was the ending, I was like,
Yeah.
it could definitely work as an opening.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, but I guess they wanted to reserve that for the other songs.
Yeah.
See you know what they'll do is like at the last episode they'll flip it so like
They'll
the ending is the opening and then like at the climax they play the open.
And you're like, yeah.
That'll be really old school. I haven't seen it done that in a long
In a
time.
long time, yeah. Yeah, but it's a nice song. It's a very nice song.
Hmm.
All right, and your number 1.
And my number 1 song is the Yume de Sekai wo Kaeru Nara, the Kaifuku ending by Arcana Project. And to me, it's surprising that I like this is because it's an idol song,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of I don't know. Over the year, I feel like I've kind of started walking away from that kind of sensibility,
Mm-hmm.
but it clicks with me. It's light, it's cute without being overly cutesy, and it absolutely does not fit the themes of the show. Um, but if you just watch the music video or you watch the ending, you're like, oh, this is a really nice song. It must be a nice wholesome anime, and I think I appreciate how it tries to preserve that. And and I don't know. It's also Gear Stage, you know,
Mm.
makers
Oh,
of a bunch of.
is it your stage?
Yes, it is, and they have a lot of idol groups under their belt.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the other thing I do is I feel bad for them because our kind of project pretty much debuted, you know, like last year, like right in the
Mhm.
middle of the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
So they haven't really been able to do the usual idol activities like hold like, you know, Chica,
Handshake
you know,
events
lives, whatever like
and
Like
that, shake hands, all that stuff.
handshakes.
Yeah. So they've been basically focusing everything on doing digital. So
digital,
I
yeah.
think inadvertently they've become the pioneers of debuting in a
A new
like an online
generation.
Like
age. Yeah,
Yeah.
where
offline.
everything's focused through, you know, Line Live, online shows, all that stuff. And
It's gonna be
you know,
interesting to see what comes out of that when things go back to normal. Like, are they
yeah,
gonna maintain their online presence, or
Or like do they shift their direction back to
the
traditional like
traditional?
idol stuff?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And if they do, that's cool because I hope by then I would definitely be interested in catching them at least once, just
Oh,
kind of see.
okay. Cool. All right. Um, my okay. So for me, the endings were a bit like tougher to determine like a proper ranking and everything. And even like as I'm gonna say it right now, my order is shifting in my head. So I think I'll say that my number 3 is the slime ending.
Mm.
Mm.
So the slime ending, which is Story Seeker by Stereo Dive Foundation. Stereo Dive Foundation. Kay, earlier you were saying like you were talking about Ron.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Stereo Dive Foundation is Ron's stage name when he sings solo, I guess.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Uh, the song like grew on me very very fast, and I think SDF as an artist is you can tell that like he's starting to stand on his own, because they've been like I mean they've, like the he is it like is it a group name or a band name? No, whatever. uh, I guess SDF has been like around for like a little bit right now, a little bit a while now, but they as an artist they were like not standing out. But this song is it's like it's very energetic. There's like a like there's a bit of like a happiness, like listening to it almost makes me wanna dance, and there's like nice electronic themes to it, like not too much, but there's just enough that's like, oh hey, I like this, there's like nice electronic sensibilities, and I mean the animation uh, fits very well with the show itself, so it's pretty nice. It's cool. um, my my number 2 is the Tomozaki-kun ending.
Mm.
Dialogue plus.
Dialogue
I
Plus
like us
again.
hitting you hard.
Yes, but well,
Oh,
okay. So I think the reason yes, Dialogue Plus is really hitting me hard.
bias. A bit of bias in there.
But that's the thing is, I actually have a bias. I mean, not against them, but to me, I saw them as like being idle things, and I don't. I like Kay. I'm like moving away from the idol thing, so I was like really trying to stay real clear of Dialog Plus. But this song is very nice. Again, so the Dialog Plus chick. It's like all the songs are, well, not all. I don't think all, but like most of them are composed by Tabuchi of Unisong Square Garden.
Mm,
And this one song, and it has like it's nice pop, almost like candy feeling, and it's different from what I haven't heard a lot of Dialogue Plus, but from what I've heard, this one is different from what I expect of them.
mm.
And he has it. This song has also very nice EDM electronic sensibilities to it. Like I could see myself listening to this song in a club, maybe. So that's how they got me. And yeah, I still don't want to say if I'm gonna be checking out more of Dialogue Plus, but so far,
I'll take you to some Chica live or whatever live they do.
oh
And
no, oh.
Hey, Anzai Chika is pretty good. Just saying,
this is how we'll get
pretty
Chris
good.
into the world.
And, Taiwan #1.
Taiwan number one. Yeah. Okay, and my number one. So this one was like hard to. I'm still like, I was like hesitating between that one and something else. So my number one is the Horimiya ending song, which is Friends by no, which is Yakusoku by Friends. It's a very beautiful, soothing song. It has a very indie feeling to it, and the melody is pretty cute. I think it fits the anime very well. And I mean the animation also is the ending animation itself is very cute. So that was, and yeah, that's all I have to say about it. It's a very beautiful song. It's out of all the ending songs I've listened to for this season, that's probably the one that fits the most as an ending song. I want to say, yeah. Runner-ups. Did you guys have any like runner-ups? Zibi, what were your runner-ups?
So, yeah, I mentioned Miyano Mamoru, Beautiful Doll, and also Story Seeker, because I've never actually followed Studio Dive Foundation. The one song I know from them is Daisy, from Kyokai no. Yeah, that's all I know about it. And hearing like the same voice and like the composition is it's not the same, but like it has the same sort of slow rhythm to it. But this one is a bit more catchy. Like Daisy, it felt it feels much more simple in comparison. So there's definitely like some growth of the artist, of not just like the vocals but the composition.
Yeah.
And I didn't even watch like the anime ending video. I watched like the music
video. Yeah, where he's like dancing and everything. Yeah.
It's like one continuous shot,
Yeah.
and then like he's got it was really catchy.
Yeah.
Apart from that, Wonder Egg Priority,
Yeah.
Life is Cider by Anemoneria. I was like, who the hell are these people? And turns out it's like it's it's a unit.
Oh really?
Yeah. Anemoneria is like the three main heroines, of the show, and they were formed into that group to make music for the show. So they actually also made the opening, but that wasn't to my taste. This was more to my taste. It's a sort of a catchy, upbeat, electronic, but it's not super, but it's got the instrumentation, electronic instrumentation. So yeah, it was nice. Honestly, like I didn't listen to a lot of other endings. So there's probably some really good ones that I totally missed out, but this one was nice. And actually, of Wonder Egg Priority, I actually like the music, like the background music the most, because
so did you actually watch the show?
Like I just kind of skimmed through it to hear the music, because it's by one of my more favorite EDM composers,
really?
Mouse.
Oh.
So like I only know about it because like he tweeted about how he did the music. I was like, okay, I didn't even watch it. I just skimmed through to listen to his music.
Oh, that's
It was really good.
Okay.
Really good.
Nice.
So that's pretty much it.
All
like,
right.
Apart from Beautiful Doll and the other songs that I mentioned, nothing really stuck to me so much.
Okay. Okay. What about UK?
So yeah, I think there weren't a lot of endings that stuck out to me,
Hmm.
but there were two that I was trying to debate whether to fit into how they would fit if they would fit in the top three. And those two are first one is Urasekai Picnic
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
ending.
Mm-hmm.
So you and me, Satomiki, and I like Satomiki. You know, I kind of picked up on her from Mahoka last season, the
Mm-hmm.
ending, and she's someone I might start to keep an eye on because starting to like the songs that she's putting out.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of just the same song here is kind of nice and peaceful, and I don't know if it fits the mood of the show because I've not watched the show yet, but I just enjoy listening to it,
Yeah.
and that's for that one. And then the other one is the surprisingly, well, the Gotobun ending, Hatsukoi,
Really.
the season 2 ending, and it definitely ticks the ending style song.
Mm-hmm.
It's like soft, slow paced, and and I guess kind of emotional. And so I took a look and was like, hey, this is actually different than what like the first ending season. So I tried to look into it. And it was the only song, it was the main song was composed by Yuki Ada. And then it kind of
Really.
basically, yeah, it basically kind of clicked for me there. I was like, this makes sense why this song stood out so much more than, all the other season opening and endings for this anime.
Yeah.
Because
Wow.
she does that kind of style of old school
Yeah.
endings, Sola, True Tears,
Of course.
Imoto So it's
Yeah.
like it captures the essence. I'm like, oh, this makes sense. She wrote this one.
She wrote this one.
And so that
Okay.
one stuck with me. So
Nice.
yeah, those two, were definitely something I was trying to decide whether I could squeeze them in or not. But then I guess that's kind of their route.
Okay. Ah, that's cool. For me, yeah, as mentioned, like for me, it was a bit harder to select endings because they were like, I actually found a lot that I ended up vibing to. One of them is the Doctor Ramune ending. Uh, it's by a group called Saji, and the song is called
Mm-hmm.
Arcasia. What I liked about that song is that it has a very bump of chicken vibe to it. Like a lot of nice J rock with a powerful and yet low low frequency vocal. You know, I think as well. This other songs that were like mentioned was like like the Orphan, my song's great. Uh, there is a stupid ass show called Ore Daike Aireru Kakushi Dungeon. Terrible show. Don't watch it unless you like garbage. I love garbage, so that's why I watch it. But the ending song is pretty nice. It's by a group called Koala Mode. It's very indie, despite them being with Sony. Um, it's very nice. It's a very nice song. And I mean, Wonder Egg Priority was nice too. And there was, I mean, I don't know if you guys, I mean, Kay, I don't know if you saw, but Amy did a song for the season. It's for,
Oh, really?
yeah, it's for an actual, I mean, for an actual, Chinese cartoon. But yeah, because like there's like this wave of Chinese webcomics or Chinese
Mm.
novels being adapted into anime style
Mhm.
anime, and
Yeah.
she does the ending for that. It's a good song, but it's the same problem as Nana Mizuki in that it doesn't really stand apart. You know,
Mm.
it's it's
Yeah.
it's it's a
Like
very
all her
Amy
music
song
is
in the sea of Amy songs.
like it's all
Mm.
her music is so good that like she has to be it has to be really good for
Yeah,
you for it to
yeah,
stick. Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah, but so that's I mean that's pretty much it for me for the ending songs. The season as far as anime airing. I haven't watched a lot. I don't think there's a lot out there that's interesting for me, but the songs were good. The
Yeah.
songs were good. Definitely talking with you guys is making me want to check a couple of things like Idly Pride. I completely ignored Idly Pride because again it's the same thing. Been trying to move away from idol
Idol.
songs, but but it sounds like the
Tried
songs are good. So
It's
yeah,
basically tried
All this talking
here.
has made me motivated to try to catch up on this season.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whether I will.
Yeah, so there's Idly Pride, Uma Musume, and what was the other show you guys mentioned? That sounds interesting. Oh yeah, I have to watch Mushoku Tensei. I'm really behind.
Yeah, I've read the like the novels.
The novels,
So it ends on like it ends on like the journey continues sort of.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's gonna be a second core in
but-
summer, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like
in,
they're
like,
just gonna keep on going, aren't they?
No, they
Until
they
they-
stopped.
Like I know the one of the producers I think mentioned, or I don't know, the president of the studio making it said that they basically made the studio to adapt Mushoku Tensei.
Yeah,
I
that's
heard
what I
about
mean,
that. I
It's
heard
gonna
about that.
continue on and develop all of it. So it's gonna be like
I think it'll be similar to Sword Art
Sword Art
Online,
Online.
where
Okay, yeah, they just keep going and
they'll just keep pumping it out as much as they, or as quickly as they can, without compromising too much. So I guess we'll get like 1 or 2 seasons per year, something like that.
Okay,
It is a long ass series,
Yeah.
so
yeah, it is
expect
long.
this. It's gonna take years.
I mean, if it comes up with good songs, that's good too. So can't complain.
yeah.
All right, so we're gonna be ending soon. Any closing remarks?
Closing remarks.
About season.
Watch VTubers.
Watch VTubers, yeah. Oh, by the way, what's the
VTubers
thing
so
you're
you
gonna
can-
go watch after that?
It's the Dimension Labels Virtual Music Festival, which day 2 will have Vesper Bell, Kano, the one that Kay mentioned earlier, Kemono, Shishigami Leona, Sister Claire, Tacitly, and Dola.
Okay.
So interesting lineup.
Was that the thing that was on Nico Nico yesterday, where Pikami and
Pikami wasn't there.
Okay, so that was another VTuber Fest thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Kay, anything besides watch VTubers?
Closing remarks. Too many MOBA gay waifu will ruin your lifeu.
Oh wait, that reminds me. Speaking of mobile games, so the reason I asked the stupid ass question earlier is because I really want everybody to give a listen, if you've not already, to the song called Rubia by Zoshen. It's a song for Honkai Impact. It's such a beautiful song. It's a magnificent song. I don't know how the hell they were able to afford that artist or that song. Well, it's the Genshin
money.
It's the Genshin money. Yes, that's right. I keep forgetting it's the Genshin money. But yeah, I like the song is great, especially in the context of why it happens in the game. So definitely everybody check it out. It's a great song, Rubia by Josen. And yes, too many mobage. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Kay. Too many mobage waifu will ruin your life.
Yeah. Just keep it.
Oh yeah.
Let me keep it to 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another
quick
like
question.
CV.
Yeah. Another quick question. DJ Zeroblade, when is the next time we'll be seeing you perform?
Yeah, actually, so I've been like super busy setting up this thing, and I just got a new camera, so I can use. That's what I've been using for my webcam stream thing. So I'm actually technically ready to do DJ stuff. It's just my free time on the weekends has been sucked away by like VTuber events. Like literally every freaking weekend there's like a VTuber live, and I sort of host group watches for that. So I have no time, or
Fair enough.
sometimes I have the time and energy, right, to put together set lists. But so far, I mean, nobody has invited me to anything. And
Okay.
I have not
Nudge, nudge.
gotten to making a like doing my like independent streams on the side yet.
Okay. Wait, what
Like
about
to get
that?
to it
What
eventually.
about that convention in July?
What convention?
Wink,
Is
wink,
there?
nudge, nudge.
Wink, wink,
I don't
wink,
know.
wink, wink,
I
nudge,
haven't heard
nudge.
of anything.
Okay.
What convention? What are you talking about?
Yeah, what am I talking about? Okay. So anyway, thank you guys for joining us tonight as the time of recording, or today for ZB this morning.
Morning.
Yes, morning. Okay. Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us. I don't know when the next episode is going to be. Probably going to be before the season. Probably have like some Anisong related stuff to talk about in between. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.